Miss Diane at the Kinsman Free Public Library. Welcome to Once Upon a Wednesday. Today's story is going to feature wizards and wands. So you probably know that witches and wizards are good at magic, casting spells, and generally being a bit scary. But did you also know about their close connection with nature and wild places? If you're interested, we have this book called Wild Things: Over 100 Magical Outdoors Adventures, and it explores everything from dragons to making wands, casting spells. Has a section about fairies and mystical beasts, mermaids and giants. I'll show you a few pages of some really interesting things in here. You can make a magic stick using sticks around your house, outside, and some rope. You can paint them. Has some really good tutorials. You can make your own wizard pet, featuring things from nature like pine cones and leaves, even feathers. So this is a really fun, interesting book just to take a look through. If you're interested in elves and fairies, there's tutorials on how to make little houses, how to make fairy gardens, how to keep a fairy in a jar or catch a fairy. So I just wanted to showcase a little bit about this book. So the story that I'm going to read to you today is by Jack Perluski, and it is called The Wizard, with illustrations by Brandon Dorman. Must be at the castle. And our wizard is at the very top of the castle. The wizard, watchful, waits alone within his tower of cold gray stone and ponders in his wicked way what evil deeds he'll do this day. He's tall and thin with wrinkled skin, a tangled beard hangs from his chin. His cheeks are gaunt, his eyes set deep. He scarcely eats, he needs no sleep. He spies a bullfrog by the door and, stooping, scoops it off the floor. He flicks his wand, the frog's a flea through the elemental sorcery. The flea hops once, the flea hops twice. The flea then becomes a pair of mice that dive into a bubbling brew, emerging as one cockatoo. The wizard laughs a hollow laugh, the soaking birds reduced by half. And when perplexed it starts to squawk, the wizard turns it into chalk. With which he deftly writes a spell that makes the chalk a silver bell, which tinkles in the ashen air, till flash a fire burns brightly there. He gestures with an ancient knack to try to bring the bullfrog back. Another flash, no flame now burns, as once again the frog returns. But when it bounds about in fear, the wizard shouts, "Begone from here!" And midway through a frightened croak, it vanishes in clouds of smoke. The wizard smirks a fiendish smirk, reflecting on the woes he'll work. And as he consults a dusty text and checks with hex, he'll conjure next. He may pluck someone off the spot and turn him into who knows what. Should you encounter a toad or a lizard, look closely. It may be the work of the wizard. I'm sure you know a few wizards from some very famous stories, like the wizard in Harry Potter, or if you've ever read The Hobbit or watched The Hobbit. So we have many stories that you can check out from the library about wizards and witches. Just ask a librarian. So this marks the end of our summer reading program. Next week we will have our live finale where where we will announce the winners of the summer reading program. All of your activity logs and reading logs need to be in by July 27th. Have a great day. See you soon. So today's craft will be making a wizard cape and wizard wands. The supplies you're going to need are a trash bag with handles, scissors, some glue. If you had a summer reading packet, you can pull out the stars that were supplied inside. And then for the wand, you should have a wand that's in your packet. If you didn't get a packet, you can easily use a stick. Just break it to the right size. You can use that. Need some pipe cleaners, feathers, and beads if you have them or want to use them. So the first craft that we're going to make is the wizard cape. So very simply, you're going to hold up your bag and you'll have the handles at the top. You see these have handles right here. And what you're going to do is find the bottom part of the bag and you're going to cut all the way across. You're going to cut a piece off. It doesn't matter how big, maybe like an inch up from the bottom. And then you're going to pick one side and you're going to cut the side. You see I have a little strand left here. I'm going to cut that off. What you're going to do then is open up your trash bag like so. So at this point you can lay it out on your table. And then you can gather your stars or you can cut out your own shapes. If you have some permanent marker that will stick to the plastic, you can use that. And you're just going to simply decorate your cape. Maybe you want to cut out a moon, flowers, make a dragon, write your name, etc. So when you're finished, you're going to pick it back up. We have our stars here. And you're going to go to the one end of your bag and pull out the handle from one side. Like so. And then go to the other side and pull out the handle there. Like that. And then you have your ties for your cape. You're all set to go. So it doesn't have to be a white cape. You can use a black bag, whatever color bag you have. Just make sure you have the drawstrings. All right, for our second craft, we have our wizard wand. So I've created one here. So you're simply going to take your stick or your wand and wrap pipe cleaner around it. You're going to secure it at the end by twisting it together, the circle together, so it stays. It's not going to fall off. Then you're just going to twist it right up your wand to the top. So for my second one, if you want to, if you have some beads at home, you can string beads on your pipe cleaners. And you can space them out or have them close together. It's really up to you what you want it to look like. Or you don't have to use beads at all. You're going to do the same thing. So you're going to wrap the pipe cleaner around the bottom, twist one side around the other, and then wrap that to the top of the wand, like so. So if you have some feathers or any little interesting pieces, you could use real flowers. You can stick them into the pipe cleaner to add more decoration. There you go. Now you can make some magic. Thank you for joining us today.